The first fire safety program in Te Reo for children is significantly reducing the number of emergency call-outs in one of Napier's most vulnerable suburbs. Developed by a local firefighter, it aims to reduce the high number of avoidable accidents and hospitalisations among Māori children. It was introduced at Maraenui Bilingual School in April, and 6 months later, data from Fire and Emergency shows it's having a positive impact on the whole community. Here's our Hawke's Bay reporter Anusha Bradley with the story.
Emergency call-outs to Maraenui have reduced by up to 15% over the last 6 months, and there are now significantly fewer building fires. The creator of the Te Kōtuku Bilingual Risk Reduction Program, Hastings Fire Officer Alan Brown, says the data shows its message is not only reaching students, but their caregivers as well.
So those are good indicators that the program in Maraenui is successful. So we know that through a kaupapa Māori program that it gives value, and value is important. If you give value to mātauranga Māori or Māori knowledge, if you give value to a Māori community, then of course you give value to Māori lives.
The program, funded by the Māori Language Commission, uses books and videos in Te Reo Māori and English, covering topics such as road safety, wearing seatbelts and cooking in the kitchen. The assistant principal at Maraenui Bilingual School, Maya Wilcox, says it's been eagerly adopted by its community and it could not have come at a better time.
So we wanted the tamariki to all have a discussion with their whānau about what their home safety plan was, where they would meet in the event of a fire at home. And because one of our whānau had a house fire, an electrical fault, it was really relevant for a lot of the tamariki in our whānau. So they'd also seen a house on fire down the road with the fire service arriving. So parents were really engaged in that conversation.
Napier Fire Station Officer Mike Manning says call-out data has also enabled them to identify the most at-risk streets in Maraenui, and free smoke alarms and fire risk assessments are now being offered to these residents.
So we'd much rather be doing risk reduction work and engaging in those softer skills areas with our community than having to do the hard skills of putting out their fires or dealing with the consequence of the fires.
Alan Brown says there are huge benefits for firefighters too in this prevention-focused approach.
Our exposure to trauma decreases, PTSD is less impacted upon. Some of the older buildings that we've gone to, the fires have carcinogen products in them. So our exposure to cancer is reduced.
Alan Brown says they'll continue tracking progress in Maraenui, and he hopes to roll his safety program out to a Gisborne school soon and eventually nationwide. In Napier for Checkpoint, Anusha Bradley.